42 degrees latitude south. There are signs that don't lie. Like these two albatross hovering nearby the Edmond de Rothschild boat. On the other hand, where weather conditions are concerned, it's rather calm, which is quite unusual. It's not very strong yet. But then again, we're in no hurry to get to first depression. Now in third position, Sébastien Josse is slowed down, and his gap with the Infernale duet, Thompson-Leclerc, doesn't stop increasing. By midday, he had more than 400 miles delay, about 750 kilometers. As expected, the two leaders are entering now a close combat phase, not letting go the skin of a foil. With his SMA, Paul Meillat in fourth position confirms his excellent start of the race. Total novice of the Southern Oceans matters, he got right into it and treated himself to a small pastry. We crossed last night the Cape of Good Hope. And I'm lucky, it's a Sunday. So, well, I'm entitled to a croissant this morning. Paul Meillat followed like a constant shadow by Jérémy Bayou. Maître Coq skipper deserves credit. He's been deprived of both of his satellite antennas with the consequences one could well imagine. I spend a lot of time at the chart table, making assumptions, making diagrams, whereas it should be done with one click. It takes up a lot of time, and on top of that, it's not very efficient. Because here, for example, I thought there would be 20 to 23 knots, and in the end, there are gusts at 30. I should have a photo satellite for the gusts of the wind, but that I can't do. So sure, it's certainly very disabling. Yesterday morning, Morgan Lagravière, who was forced to abandon because of the damages on a rudder, was approaching Cape Town in South Africa. This is what he saw. Hello, everyone. Incredible. I'm escorted by whales.
Welcome to the office. An office busy today with the engine. We have a problem. When we emptied the ballast this morning, the electrical board that controls the engine was off and the engine was on, which is not normal. So it's okay. There is a switch that you can press a button in order to switch the engine off, which is not an issue. And in order to start the engine without the electrical control panel, well, we had to dismantle the start engine and use a screwdriver. What's very weird is when the start engine is in place, it doesn't work. Look. And it's only when it's dismantled that the engine starts, which is very weird. So, if you've got any comments, any ideas, well, let me know. Put your comments, let me know, because I'm a bit lost there. Thanks.
Good evening, welcome aboard the Kilcullen Voyager. It's now getting dark, our 22nd day at sea, would you believe, going into our fourth week. We've had a tough kind of 2 days, which has been on the wind. We're beating along, heading straight south. It's a little bit of a gamble staying west, but we're hoping to pick up the stronger winds before the rest of the fleet. It's really been not a hard sail, but just slogging, the banging, constantly slogging into the waves on the wind. These boats are really designed for off-wind sailing. But as you can see, it's a very pleasant evening as the sun is going down. And you know, there are a lot of small things. I got a little bit of a shock today when I opened up the engine bilge sump to find it flooded with water. Left a few days and the electrics would have been damaged. I think it's the water ballast tanks, the water is leaking in, and then the electric and engine pump wouldn't work to empty it, so it took me about an hour to bail manually. I'll hopefully solve the pump problem, the engine pump problem, but that'll be a job for another day. It's constant looking little things. Again, looking forward on the roller furling on the head sail, I discovered it had chafed, and very quickly the whole sail could have unraveled, say, during the night in a blow, and would have damaged the sail and would have been very hard to get back on. So little things, constant preventative maintenance. So I did a repair job on that. So that's about it. That's our report for today on the Kilcullen Voyager. You can, if you look out on the sea, you can see the swell building. You can feel it. You feel the cold coming as we put on more layers, gradually moving south. But it's quite exciting to get into the famous Southern Ocean and the Roaring Forties. So it's going to be an interesting couple of days now to see how soon we can pick up that southerly wind to blow us along towards South Africa. So this is all on board the Kilcullen Voyager. Wishing you and looking astern a very pleasant evening. Sweet dreams here. Of course, I'll be working all through the night. You're never quite asleep. But again, it's great to be alive and great to be sailing. And again, thank you very, very much for your interest in support in what we're doing, and I hope you'll support the Atlantic Youth Trust as well. So another day at sea. All right. Aye. Sleep well. Take care.
Bonjour à tous, on vient de passer le Cap de Bonne-Espérance cette nuit. Et comme j'ai la chance de tomber un dimanche, eh ben, j'ai le droit au croissant ce matin. Bon voilà, on est rentré dans l'Indien cette nuit. On a passé le Cap de Bonne-Espérance et aujourd'hui c'est plutôt gris clair, hier c'est plutôt gris foncé, mais on reste dans le gris, hein. Le ciel est très gris et ça va assez vite, et la mer est assez bonne, donc c'est assez cool. Donc on commence à avancer. On en est là maintenant. Prochaine étape, les Kerguelen et le Cap Lewin.
Incroyable. On est accompagné par les baleines. Salut tout le monde. On approche de Cape Town. On a la ville derrière, on vient juste d'arriver. Et voilà ce qu'on a sous les yeux, c'est magnifique. Oh, quel spectacle exceptionnel. Oh là là, quel accueil, si je m'attendais à ça, c'est magnifique. Il y en a partout, elles sont partout tout autour du bateau, c'est splendide, il y a même des phoques. Oh là là, regardez, c'est magnifique. Oh, quel spectacle, quelle chance. Elles sont énormes. Waouh. Regarde là, juste à côté. Oh là là. Je sais même plus où filmer, c'est magnifique. Oh le balai quoi, c'est magnifique, je sais pas quoi dire. Oh, je suis ébahi quoi, c'est incroyable.